Good evening, everyone. This is Lady Scarlet. I'm going to read Leo tonight, and I'm going to just do my bells over my cards, bring our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors to guide us through our read. And chosen to do this read with my Jane Austen deck this evening. A lot of the stuff that you see that I have are gifts from people, so just want to say thank you to my family and friends for a lot of the lovely decks and a lot of the crystals that you see, and the other accoutrement in my that you see out here. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, for being with us. Help guide my Leos. Let's see what's going on with the Leos, what's up and coming, and love, and of course finances, and anything else that might be arising for them. I also want to say thank you to those, if you're a returner, for your likes, shares, and subscribes. Got the Six of Pentacles as our first card, and that's in our current or recent past position. Also want to give a shout out to my friend that taught me this spread a very long time ago that was also handed down to her. Her name is Kenna, and she was taught this spread by someone and shared it with me, and I've been using it for, I don't know, at least 15 years. We've known each other for a long time, and we were soul connected the moment we met, and done a lot of readings together, and she shared this spread with me. I don't know that there's a name for it. It's how I've read for a very long time at this point. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. There's a Queen of Swords, a Knight of Wands that is in the reverse, a Nine of Cups, and the Emperor card, which is the King of Swords in this deck, and an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Swords. Also the Hanged Man. And the Three of Swords in reverse. So it looks like there was some truth that was told, and almost like there was a soul connection that is current but not current. Like there's still a connection, but there's some kind of in discussion for some of you, maybe a splitting for some of you. This person was a wish fulfilled, or is a wish fulfilled for you. It's different. So some of you have this person and made some changes. Either one or both of you made the changes to be together and spoke a lot of truths to each other. Things emerged, and some of you there was a split or a thinning, as I say, where you're kind of maybe in a break, as Ross and Rachel did in Friends, right? That might be happening for some of you. So we'll dig in a little bit. As I said, in this current or near past position, there's a Six of Pentacles, which can mean different things. You know, it's about being generous. It can also be a soul connection kind of card. It can be talking about your pentacles. In the home spot is a Two of Cups, but it's in reverse. So you know, that could mean that, you know, your Two of Cups is in reverse. So maybe things are happening in your relationship, in your home spot, and we'll dig into that. I'll put clarifiers down. The Seven of Pentacles in the near future, which is typically about, investments that have been made pay off, or hard work that you've done has paid off. So, that's kind of a slow progression to things paying off for you. It's not necessarily about money, but it's Pentacles, so it very well could be about money. There's a Knight of Swords in the recent past or current moving into the future. And then a Four of Cups that is kind of now to the near future position. These are kind of connector cards here in the middle. This is the outcome position, which is usually one card, but two fell, so I took them both. And it has the Six of Swords in reverse, which would tell me that, that's kind of a stuck position, because Six of Swords upright typically means, a journey of some kind or movement of some kind. But in the reverse, it's like stuck. So, or not moving, right? And then there's a Strength card, or the Ace of Wands in the Jane Austen deck, which is upright. So, stuck but with strength, not moving forward, but you have the strength too, or thinking about it, or maybe moving towards moving forward, right? So that's good. I was thinking I was going to clarify with my Welcome to Night Vale deck, just because it's been reading really, really well for me lately and feels connected lately. So I think I'm going to use that one. And I actually meditated on this deck a little bit for Leo and the Jane Austen deck. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Will you please help guide my Leos? Clarify this story ahead of us. I always think about the people that I know, with the sign that I'm reading. And, I have a very, very good friend that is a Leo that, she's a real go-getter, millennial. And she always she's very enterprising, very entrepreneurial. And Leos are like that, they like to plan and organize big things. They're kind of pie in the sky thinkers, and they will do very extravagant things for friends, or loved ones or family. So I just think about that. They're the person that shows up with the dozen gorgeous roses, and can be very romantic. And so I always think about those folks that I know whenever I'm reading a sign, and those characteristics that are seem to be with all of the people of a certain sign. Or all signs are a spectrum, of course. Everything in nature typically is a spectrum. So I'd like to clarify this Six of Pentacles, please, for my Leos. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. And so to clarify, we've got Justice upside down. So, that things have been in balance for you. There's that Queen of Swords, that was at the bottom of the deck. So can we clarify that Justice upside down and the Queen of Swords? So, synchronicity here. There's that Six of Pentacles again. So yeah, it just feels like maybe there's some things that you're hiding or they were hiding. There's a lot of hidden things here, that are still hidden, which could be why there's some things happening that are out of balance. Ten of Wands upside down, so you weren't willing to take on a burden or an obligation, or it was taken away from you in some way. Weren't willing to do the work, possibly one or both of you. King of Wands, maybe somebody was back and forth and getting played, right? And remember, I don't really do gender in my read. It's the energy of the card. And so this could be somebody that was just back and forth. Like, I'm not sure what I want. That could be you or the other person in this relationship. And, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be a business associate, with this Pentacles card showing up that, let's say that you were trying to negotiate a promotion and somebody said, sure, yeah, let's do the promotion. And then they were like, well, I can't really do that yet. It could be something like that. It does, there's this Two of Pentacles upside down. That very well could be an employment situation. So Two of Pentacles upside down again, it's an out of balance kind of situation. Seven of Pentacles, which you also have in your near future position. So you've planted some seeds for growth, but things are out of balance, and there's some things that, where you or the other person or both of you weren't ready to really take on the bigger thing. Maybe if it is a promotional kind of situation or a new business situation, not all the parties were ready to take on all the obligations and responsibilities associated with that, right? So we've got this Two of Cups in reverse in the home spot. Let's clarify that. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Can we clarify this Two of Cups in reverse, please? So we've got Page of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. This is your home spot, so this could be anybody within the home. Likely you, and it's a slow moving, Page of Pentacles is a slow moving card. Can I get a couple more cards to clarify the home spot, please? Nine of Swords is, worry, anxiety, could be heartbreak. So Three of Cups upside down, you're healing. I mean, that's the swords falling out of that wound, right? There's a Temperance fell out, Four of Swords. So yeah, in recovery, right? Temperance is about, patience and restoring balance, and, kind of taking your time to think through things and all of that. It's also, Temperance is the Archangel Michael. So truth and justice are associated with Archangel Michael, and justice is about balance again, right? Queen of Pentacles upside down. So whoever the Queen of Pentacles is upside down. So they're not, this is a person who's, the Queen of Pentacles card is associated with, the earth signs. And so that could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. And that person is upside down for you. So, it could be associated to you, saying that, you're not feeling like things are in place for you. You're not feeling yourself, and you're struggling, sad, depressed, anxious. But it also could be a person. Knight of Pentacles right side up. So, again, slow moving. The Pentacles are slow moving cards. So whereas this person, they're in their home spot, so they're around, but maybe not, they're not feeling available to you. There's a lot of hurt and heartbreak going on, but there's also healing, okay? There's also healing. So whether that's you, the other person, or both of you, and again, and when we're reading cards, those energies that we feel, and because we're reading a collective, we could be reading both people. We could be reading that it's your energy or the other person's energy. You'll know what resonates with you. I get a sense that you are struggling with some heartbreak and being disappointed, or, I got the word resentment popped up. So maybe some of you are feeling some resentment. And, the other person being upside down for you is like, maybe something happened that wasn't quite what you expected. You didn't get what you needed, or you felt like you couldn't give them what they needed. And so all of those things could be true for you. But definitely healing. There's a lot of healing in there. So Seven of Pentacles in the near future. Let's clarify Seven of Pentacles. This reward's coming. And when we plant those seeds of healing, right, we do get a reward of getting a healed heart. And anytime we go through something, it is much better on the other side. When we work through difficulties, right? So Two of Wands fell, so that's a partnership. So maybe you're moving towards some kind of business partnership, or maybe you are coming back together with this relationship. We'll clarify a little bit more. Can we clarify the Two of Wands, please? Tell me why the Two of Wands is there on the Seven of Pentacles. And so we have the Devil upside down. So that's breaking the shackles. Okay, that's about a liberation, right? And then Ten of Pentacles upside down. So some of you might have been liberated from your pentacles. So that could very well be some kind of separation, where a separation of assets occurred. And, the Seven of Pentacles could be that, you're going to have to make some investments to get some of those pentacles back, right? It could very well be that. I'm going to clarify a little bit more on that whenever I pull out my personal deck, because there's a little bit more there, but I do feel like there was a liberation in a couple of different ways, okay? But this does suggest some kind of liberation from a partnership. And for some of you, it very well could have been a separation from some kind of career or job or employment partnership, through, maybe you were with a partner with a business and you all separated and your investment will pay off. That separation will pay off. Or it could have also been a romance or love or divorce that separated, okay? So let's clarify this Knight of Swords, please, in our current or recent past, as this Knight of Swords here. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. There's the Eight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Swords there and the Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like going back to school. Okay, a bunch of cards dropped, so we're gonna redo that. It's almost like learning something. Taking some kind of class, learning something. You have the Knight of Wands upside down, and that suggests like I don't. There's more that I need to know, and that with those not. With those cards about hidden things, like not, the High Priestess was upside down. That really suggests that there's a lot that you don't know that you need to learn, with this Eight of Pentacles here. And so maybe you're realizing that there is some things that you need to learn to maybe be better in a relationship or, something like that. You have a Star card here. So, look, when we want something to work out, whether it is business related or love related, oftentimes we have to go back to the drawing board and think about where it was that we went wrong. We have to take accountability for our part of it. So this does suggest that you're going to figure out what you need to do better with your business and finances or your relationships. So the Star card suggests that you're making that you've either made that realization or you're going to make it very, very soon. So that to me is really hopeful and promising. The Star card is a wonderful card, right? I mean, it's all shiny and pretty. Four of Cups, which is, current or near future connector card. Let's clarify this Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about, sometimes it's called the grass is greener on the other side card. Sometimes it's about options and choices. You've got the Magician there, so, it's like you have the magic wand. You're learning some skills, so I really do feel like you're going to take that into account and learn some skills, right? King of Pentacles upside down and the Two of Cups upside down. So that's, this does suggest a romantic relationship where you felt like you weren't really in your power. You really weren't giving enough. And I really do feel like this is your energy here and not the other person. I'm just getting that the Leo felt upside down and felt upside down in the relationship. Maybe you felt, like there was a power differential, like this other person maybe had, maybe they were in their personal power, they were in their divine feminine or divine masculine, and you really weren't. And so you feel like you got to step it up. You got to learn more. You got to do better. You got to do some healing so that you can bring your full potential to the table and be who you're meant to be. So I really see that here. That's really coming out very, very strong, that you really want this person and this situation. And you know that you've got to do better and be better. And, you have that within you. You have that potential. And you know it because you're the Magician here, right? You are learning those skills. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can we please clarify the Six of Swords in reverse? The Six of Swords in reverse tells me you're going to get in your head on this journey and think that you're not going to be able to do it. You've got the Seven of Swords upside down and the Emperor upside down and the Nine of Cups upside down. You are going to get in your head that you're not going to be able to do this, that you're going to get you're going to have a setback. But look, you've got the Ace of Wands and Strength at the same time as well. And, you've got the magic wand here. You've got the magic wand. So that suggests to me that you're going to have this setback and then you're going to get it together and you're going to figure it out. So maybe you have some moments of depression. Um, and, the Seven of Swords is that, right side up, it's about, the liar, cheater, backstabber doing kind of shady things. And it's about keeping secrets and things like that, spying. There's lots of things that this card can mean based on clarifiers. But upside down, it's about that behavior ending. Okay. It's about being honest, forthcoming, not keeping things hidden. And, you know, so, the Emperor upside down is, you're not in your personal power. And so, but there's the Ace of Wands and the Strength card there. And the Strength card is a Leo card. Okay. So you're going to figure it out. You're going to step into that. Let's clarify. At the bottom of the deck too, you've got the Fool, the Page of Swords, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands. I mean, that there can be better. There's a risk that you need to take. And, Page of Swords suggests that you need to start getting honest with yourself. The Eight of Cups is like walking away. And I almost feel like you need to walk away from a version of yourself, that's not serving you anymore. And so that's something to think about, right? Let's clarify this Ace of Wands Strength card too for our Leos. What is this Ace of Wands Strength card suggesting? Because I'm a therapist, oftentimes I get a lot of mental health stuff pop up in reads because that's where my education and experience are. And, so I'll get things like depression and anxiety or trauma come through. And, and I'm feeling a little bit of that. Getting in your head, maybe stuck in your ways kind of thing, which can, Leos can do. These two really, really, really wanted to pump. I'm going to leave those to the side. Chariot upside down and Death upside down, which that very much suggests being stuck. You are stuck. Ten of Swords. Things have ended. Nine of Wands. Empress upside down. Somebody made some kind of an offer. Ace of Cups. And maybe it was you that made the offer and it got declined, or somebody made an offer and you felt like you couldn't do it. Either way, something ended. You were not feeling within your personal power, and now you are depressed about it and not feeling like, it's like, I don't deserve that. And the thing is, what do you need to do to deserve it? If that's how you really feel, what are the changes that you can make to deserve that, right? There's a Nine of Pentacles upside down here, Two of Swords upside down, look, secrets need to come out. You need to be honest with yourself and everyone else. Because the truth is that most of the time when people are not being honest with people, it's because they're not being honest with themselves. It's not that they mean to. I mean, there are people that lie to be manipulative, but most of the time, lies are because people are lying to themselves. So I'm going to say, you got to get honest. You may be having some difficulties with money, or you're in a wintry time right now, right? Queen of Wands there, things have been back and forth. But look, Ace of Wands again, right there. Lovers upside down. Decisions have been made. So I would say it's time to dig in and get honest with yourself about, the kind of person you want to be and what you really want, so that you can have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups kind of life, right? When you can have it all with someone. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Can we get some more clarifiers for Leo, please? If I have some returners, the view is different because my wonderful supportive husband rigged up where I can have the overhead view so you don't see the rest of my house that's in remodeling state. And that he can walk freely around while I'm doing my reads, and you don't have to see the view of everything in my house while I'm reading. So I thank him for that. He's very supportive to me. So let's do a little bit of clarification on this situation of the things that are hidden, and this, things that are in balance that could very well be both career and relationship. There's both coming out here a lot. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and Angels. Can you please clarify? Ooh, someone has a karmic situation happening. You know, this is the criminal Fiona Apple card, you know. Um, this could be about betrayal, lying, cheating. I screwed up. What would an angel say? The devil wants to know, right? Manipulation, miscommunication, someone has hell to pay, right? Um, so somebody was not being honest. It also says, do not forget your goals. Does this support the life you want to live? And what that means is, you know, what are the behaviors that you have, or the communications that you're having, and do they support the life that you want to live, right? What are the things that you need to learn, right? That this right here, that's what this was saying. What is it that you need to learn so that you can have the life that you picture in your head as ideal, right? Those things are possible, but we have to put the work in. They don't just fall in our lap, right? I mean, for most of us have to work hard to get the things that we want. Let's clarify this home spot of this upside down relationship situation. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. I'm seeing an upside down heart over in my scrying bowl right now. I know you can't see my scrying bowl, but it's over in this direction, and I'm seeing an upside down heart, and there's kind of a fuzzy gold crown over it. Not a claddagh, not like that, but just a fuzzy gold crown over it. Like, the impression that I get from it is, I had it all, and I was waiting to see if I was going to get more from that. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Could you give me more about that heart? I just keep getting the word fool. Like, maybe you feel foolish. Feel like a fool. You need to look deeper. One or both of you is checking social media a lot. That's the someone's spying. Look deeper. That usually means, you know, you're checking all their social media updates, or you're looking at old pictures, you know, those kinds of things. Maybe reading old text messages or listening to songs, that kind of thing, you know. This is the Alice in Chains Don't Follow, say goodbye. Walk away from toxic energies, addictions, obsessions. You know, you're kind of doing whatever to get you by right now because you're scared. You know, don't hide from the problem. Face it. Face it. If you really want that ideal, then it's time to face it, right? It's time to face it. Let's look at this one that was more like a business partnership. I mean, it very well could be the relationship, but for some of you, it could definitely be a business partnership or a promotion kind of situation. Let's clarify this for Leo, please. Give a couple of cards to clarify that situation. So this says Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So thinkers, communicators, doers, air signs. So this very well could be, you know, someone with one of those signs. Well, for some of you, that's definitely a love situation. It says, I love you unconditionally. This, and I get that it's the other person saying this to you. They love you without limits. And the All by Myself by Eric Carmen. You're like, I don't need anybody. But, you know, because Leo can be really, like, obstinate, I'll say. I don't need anybody. You know, this is time for healing. It says that right on the card. Solitude, healing. It's time for that. This card is the Topaz card, Scorpio energy, so it very well could be a Scorpio for some of you. This is about growth, passion and purpose, personal power. We were talking about that, right? And then a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take a chance, break the shackles. I think I said that when we found that the devil in reverse over there, right? Woo! Just going to clarify the star. Let's see. I attract that which I deserve from the universe, right on top of the star. That's you know, your karma coming back to you. So, you know, that tells me that you've got good karma. You know, this is a karmic connection. This is a karmic partner. This is also a lesson. You attracted this person, this situation to learn a lesson. Are you going to learn the lesson? Are you going to take the lesson and learn? Remember, this is where that 8 of Pentacles was, which is about learning a trade or a skill. Are you going to take the lesson? That is what the universe wants you to know. Let's clarify over here the Two of Cups in reverse. You know, what would the universe like for you to know about the Two of Cups in reverse? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. I always have to thank Archangel Michael because he is the sword of truth and justice, right? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can you clarify this Two of Cups for me? Woo! So we've got Earth Star Chakra. This is called the super root, okay? You know, the root chakra, the Earth Star Chakra is below the root chakra. This can be, the color associated can be very deep red or even black, so those colors might be resonating. So it's talking about getting out into nature. It's also like Earth Goddess, okay? Like, and again, I don't gender cards. Earth Goddess is much just about like being in nature, you know, being a very, you know, I think of boho gypsy type, you know, soul earth energy. But this is also about being anchored. It's about the foundation, you know, your foundation was shook, basically, okay? Um, Irreplaceable by Beyonce. Believe in yourself, you know, and I can have another you by tomorrow, right? Drop them keys. So, um, the amethyst card, this is Aquarius energy. So, relieve stress and anxiety, purification, connection to spirit, understanding, trust, and grace, right? Um, so, that's your advice from the universe. It's about radically validating yourself. It could, you know, some of you could have, this is an earth sign card, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. It's about being grounded and stable. So, you know, that also could be who this person is about. And again, there's like a Taurus energy. It's the emerald, love and money, heart chakra, compassion, care, generosity, higher energy, truth, and perspective. Okay, that's your advice from the universe about that love situation. I want to clarify. The Emperor upside down here is really what I want to clarify. Woo! Lots came out. Let's reshuffle that. I always figure what's meant to come out will come out if I reshuffle, right? Crown chakra, spiritual communication, angelic energy. This is the seventh chakra. Violet is associated. Intuition, transformation, flexible thinking, which is something that Leos can kind of deal with sometimes. Sometimes they get inflexible thinking. So it's a call to, you know, try gratitude, try being grateful for what you have. I'm not saying being, you know, I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm talking about being grateful for what you have so that you can move forward a little bit. This is that stuck energy that I was talking about. Gratitude really helps us with stuck energy, okay? Can we clarify a little bit more on the Emperor and the stuck energy, please? Whew. That was a book. Let's try that again. Keeps dropping me a book, so you know what? We're gonna take the book. Yeah, this was the same book that dropped, so we're gonna take it. Libra energy. It's the Opal card. Happiness, loyalty, confidence, positive, good luck. Synchronicity, balance, harmony, people pleasing, anxiety, relief. Okay, so that's a pretty good message and pretty good direction for you to go. It also could mean that there's a Libra associated. You also got Garnet, Capricorn energy. You might have like the whole sign, you know, I mean, I'm reading a collective, so if you haven't heard the sign yet that is associated with you, the partner, they're going to show up, obviously. So Capricorn energy, Garnet, glowing fire, brings fire and warmth, stirs up your inner chi. Regal, which, you know, the Leos are regal, the lion. Safe and tethered, emotional growth, strength and balance. Look, I miss you. I miss you. I really get both of you are feeling that way. Both of you are missing each other. Also, this is the song by Love. I like me better when I'm with you. This also could mean just having like, you miss like those lazy days where you hung out and just like watch stuff or listen to music together. It's like, just stay a while, you know? Just stay with me a while. But also, it's like, and you feel inspired. It's that feeling of falling in love, you know? You miss those moments, and they do too. This is the Cure doing the Unstuck, okay? So it's get up and go. It's also blow a kiss goodbye. Um, so, burn the past, let it go, kick out the doom and blues. So it's about really working on, if you're feeling depressed or anxious, it's really about, do the work to get out of that, doing the unstuck, get unstuck. This is the heart chakra card, which is associated with the color green, empathy, forgiveness, compassion, unconditional love, being open to love. It's the fourth chakra. And I really feel like this is for you. You need to open your heart chakra. And I really feel like it's associated to loving yourself. Okay. I think you have a deep capacity to love other people. I think it's yourself it's talking about. And then sympathy for the devil, the Rolling Stones. What's confusing you is the nature of my game. This is a direct message to you. Okay? Inner child shadow work. There is some stuff, scarred soul, like there is some stuff that you need to work on, okay? Unmasking of self. You need to take the mask off and do the work. There's something going on with you that is troubling. And, and if you have done this work, this is just a call to stay with it, okay? Because look, I'm an alcoholic. Next month will be my 5-year sober date. Every day I have gratitude that I get to choose to be sober that day, every single day. And every single day I have to deal with my ADHD every single day. Okay. I cannot ignore it or I will go backwards. I will regress. So whatever it is that you have healed from, if you have done that work, this is a call to continue to be grateful for how far you've come and to tell yourself, I don't have to do that thing today, or I need to be aware of that today, okay? So I also wanted to clarify this Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups because, that very well could be a new situation coming in or a rekindling of sorts. Sometimes people will be like, oh, it's absolutely a new love coming in. But this also, the Ace of Cups and Knight of Cups could be you're giving that to yourself. It doesn't always have to mean somebody else. You could be offering the cup to yourself because you've been stuck and you're finally turning it around and showing yourself that love, which would be awesome. It's always a great experience when you learn to love yourself because, as RuPaul says, how are you going to love somebody else if you don't love yourself, right? And as a therapist, I know that if I don't love myself, I cannot give to other people. I will get burned out. This is the Blackbird by the Beatles card, okay? It's about equality and equanimity. It's a call to action. It could be a social action. Maybe you have a calling to work and help other people. But it also says on here, with a broken wing, a bird can still sing, but it may need healing before flying to freedom. Remember that liberation? You need liberation. You're in this, maybe in that like karmic prison or spiritual prison. Some of you maybe have been in prison and now you've been liberated and you're searching for your calling and your purpose. How powerful would it be to talk about having spent time in prison and now how you have made it and you're doing well and you're sharing that message with other people? That would be amazing for people to hear your story, okay? So, if you're in spiritual prison, it's definitely a call to get back into your spiritual practice, okay? So that's definitely telling me that this is about offering yourself the love that you have given other people. Maybe you've given to other people way too much and you really need to give to yourself. True North, okay. That's validation from the universe right there that this is exactly what this is about. What is your divine purpose? Lost in searching for yourself. Be your authentic self. No more hiding. This message has been all through this. I took the road less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. And I will tell you, the moment that I turned that around on myself, when I looked in the mirror and said, you have to stop hating yourself. You love everybody else. You need to point the finger at you and love yourself, because you will do everything for everyone else and not for you, and that is not right. And it's not selfish and it's not narcissistic. It is loving to love oneself, because when you're a giver and a healer, the love comes from within, right? But that cup, will get empty real quick. So we have to learn how to fill it back up through loving ourselves, right? So on the bottom is Fool in the Rain, taking a risk, right? But it could be about obsession and miscommunication. And, but also I'm getting a sense like you're standing in the rain on the corner, like, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? Well, you went wrong by, maybe obsessing about other things and not what you really needed to be doing. So, I'm going to pull an animal totem for you. Let me get these out of the way. And we'll get some more guidance from the universe with an animal totem card. And, if you are struggling with mental health or an addiction, I am a therapist, so I'm going to tell you, there are lots of people out there that do the work. Find what works for you in whatever professional capacity that means. Because you do not have to do it alone. You do not have to do it alone. One of the best things that happened to me when I was in treatment was my therapist said, okay, here's your plan. Now who's going to help you with your plan? And I was like, what? That was mind-blowing. What do you mean, help me with my plan? I was used to just charging forward and doing it all on my own, and that didn't work for me, right? And it was just an eye-opening experience for me when somebody asked me who was going to help me. And I named people, and you know what? Sure enough, they did help me, right? Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please give me a totem card for my Leos? It's our animal totem. You got the leopard. Stealth, strength, and purity. Leopards are phenomenal hunters known for their stealth and ability to stalk prey. The snow leopard, which lives in the mountains of Central Asia, is among the more mysterious of the species and was believed to have drawn the blood of its human victims without eating the flesh. By feeding on the life force, blood, and avoiding weakness, flesh, the leopard was thought to maintain its strength and purity. So what it's telling me is that, you need to purify. You have strength. That's a Leo thing, right? Strength is the Leo card in the deck. So purify the soul. That's your call from the universe is to work on that. I'm gonna draw you 3 runes. Whew, you know what? You got a lot of delay. You have the weird one, which means literally everything is within you. The need and Isa, and Isa is very much about delay. But let me read to you about the weird rune. Okay, this is not in all rune collections, and so not everybody hears about this one. And so not everybody even really knows what it means exactly, but it's from the Norse word weird. Some people say word or weird for this rune. But it's, you might have heard of the Weird Sisters, of course, but, and we don't really know when it was first conceived. But the first exposure was in the Book of Runes by Ralph Bloom. So he refers to it as Odin and states this is the rune of total trust and should be taken as exciting evidence of your most immediate contact with your own true destiny. Remember the true north that we drew? So it's the power, the cosmic power of fate, karma, right? You're in a karmic situation here, and really that means that you do have the power to change it. And that to me is hopeful, and you have, remember, you were the magician. There are things that you need to learn. Need is spelled N-I-E-D, by the way. Need. It's one of patience. You need to be patient with yourself. It's delay, which Isa is also about delay. It signifies ice. Okay? You may find yourself enmeshed in delays, constraints, ill health, or oppression, but it indicates that as tiresome as though those delays might be, they will work out in their own good time, which karma does, right? No amount of haste or worry on your part will cause them to work out any faster. You're going to go through a difficult learning situation. It's known as crossing the abyss. Okay, and then I was going to see if need with Issa or need with weird. I'm not seeing the that those are indicated. We're going to look at Issa though and see. It's a cessation of activities, that stuck place that you're in, a freeze, if you will, right? When associated with other delay runes, it shows that any real positive accomplishments are unlikely. Delay and frustrations are sure to be a problem, but unless surrounded by very negative runes, it's only going to be temporary, okay? So it's a cooling trend in a relationship as well, whether business or emotional. There might be ill feelings and resentments or separation or severance of ties. Most in an emotional relationship, often a breach of loyalty on the part of another, but it can indicate disloyalty on the part of you. Okay, so unless coupled with love runes that are reversed, it usually is resolved within a fairly short time. So there is hope that your situation could be resolved. Remember that, and really look, you have free will. You have free will. If you want to fix it, you can fix it. So. So I would tell you things can be salvaged, right? Things can be salvaged. I'm going to give you some of my fairy oracle cards to see what, some advice from our fairy friends. I love these little cards. They're so cute. Thank you, spirit guides, ancestors, and angels. Can you please give my Leos some guidance from the fairies? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Can we please get some guidance from our fairy friends? Gave you 4, so we're going to look at 4 of them. The first one says flowers. Flowers will brighten up your space and create a fairy-friendly place. So if you are somebody who likes gardening or flowers, it's a call to maybe you need to green up your space and make it more positive looking. And also, it's good for our environment to have growing things. Fairy guides. Whenever you are feeling blue, don't fear, the fairies are protecting you. This is also a call to, if you are someone who has spirit guides, or maybe you need to get back into your spiritual or religious beliefs. And then you have turquoise. A turquoise crystal is the color blue. Its healing magic works on you. So you might be noticing turquoise a lot, or you might have turquoise, or you might go find you some turquoise. Lead the way. Take the reins today. Others will follow if you lead the way. You're a Leo. You are a natural leader. So it's a call to take the lead. Take the lead. On the bottom, you have sleep. Maybe you've had some insomnia lately. Struggle sleeping. You did have that 9 of Swords card in there. Underneath the nighttime skies, fairies sing you lullabies. So maybe you need to try some different things to get better sleep. Okay? Thank you for joining me this evening. I very much appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if any of this resonated with you. I very much appreciate you joining me. This is Lady Skarlette signing off, and I'll see you soon.